Hello everyone, let me explain you about the operons in this video class. So basically the term operon is not seen in case of the eukaryotes. I mean, when you are reading about the eukaryotes, you may not encounter the term operons in the textbooks. Yes, that is true. Operons are present only in the prokaryotes. That means, what are these operons? Why do you need to know about operons? Operons, as the definition goes like this: sequential arrangement of cluster of genes that are transcribed into single mRNA. The statement says sequential arrangement, one after the other. First gene followed by the second gene followed by the third gene is the sequential arrangement of the genes, cluster of the genes. Yes, it is a cluster. Many genes are present together, you call it as a cluster, that are transcribed into a single mRNA. Very important point is all the three genes are getting transcribed into single mRNA. I have written a structure of a operon. It is not the structure of any of the specific operon, but to explain you this, I have given the example. There is a gene A, gene B, gene C. Gene A gives rise to protein A, gene B gives rise to protein B, gene C gives rise to protein C. Now, these genes are present together. The notable point is these three genes are under the control of a single promoter. This arrangement is seen in case of the prokaryotes or in case of the bacteria for the energy optimal utilization. If a promoter is recognized, the RNA polymerase recognizes the promoter. Once the promoter is recognized, it should transcribe multiple genes. So as a product you get the mRNA. The mRNA is called as polycistronic mRNA, which means it is the product of many genes. Say for example, gene A, gene B, gene C. In case of the eukaryotes, if this arrangement was there, it would have given rise to three different mRNAs. But here we are getting a single mRNA. This single mRNA, when it undergoes translation, it produces three different proteins, which is very unusual in case of the eukaryotes. This is nothing but the operon. Operon means the sequential arrangement of cluster of genes that are transcribed into a single mRNA. So when this mRNA is formed, it leads to different proteins. So we call this as polycistronic mRNA. This operon is, the concept of operon is restricted to prokaryotes. In case of the eukaryotes, you don't see this. And I should explain you with an example to convey it to you in a better way. So in case of, this is the structure of the bacterial cell. Let's assume this is the bacterial cell. It has a double-stranded DNA in it, circular double-stranded DNA. So I have just opened it outside and written it in the form of the circle. So this region I have elaborated. So this region looks like this. It has a promoter, it has an operator, gene A, gene B, gene C. So the role of the operator is this sequence, operator sequence, decides whether the operon should be operational or non-operational. So the operator sequence, promoter is recognized by the RNA polymerase to transcribe these genes. Operator decides whether these genes should be expressed or not. So it can be better explained using a specific example. So here I have taken lactose operon as the example to explain you the concept of operon. This is the double-stranded DNA again. So that is this is in this double-stranded DNA there is lactose operon. Lactose operon elements are like this. If the bacteria has to utilize lactose, lactose operon should be expressed. Lactose operon has three genes: LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A genes. This is operator, this is promoter, this is LAC-I gene, and this is again a promoter for LAC-I gene. Here, when the bacteria gets the lactose, it should express ZYA genes that codes for beta-galactosidase, lactose permease, thiogalactoside transacetylase. I mean to say that the mRNA that is formed as the product of transcription gives rise to three different proteins. So this is a polycistronic mRNA. This is what you call it as lactose operon or LAC operon. Basically, I should explain you the function of these proteins also, so that you will appreciate this arrangement of the operons. Here, this is the bacterial cell as I explained. So this is lactose. Lactose is present outside the bacteria, that is in the media. Once the lactose is available to the bacteria, it expresses a protein called as lactose permease. Now you know that LAC-Y gene codes for, the LAC-Y gene codes for lactose permease, which is essential by the bacteria to take up lactose into the cell. Lactose is present outside the cell. To internalize lactose, the bacteria requires lactose permease. Once the lactose is get inside the cell, as you all know, lactose is a disaccharide made up of glucose and galactose. Therefore, the lactose should be split into two monosaccharide units. You can see that the yellow color triangle is glucose, the red color cube is galactose. So this is catalyzed by an enzyme called as beta-galactosidase, which is the product of LAC operon. Beta-galactosidase cleaves lactose into glucose and galactose. Therefore, when the bacteria senses the presence of lactose, it expresses these genes, LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A genes, to efficiently utilize lactose that is present in the media for the energy purpose. In the absence of the lactose, it should not express LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A genes. So, operator controls the expression of these genes. This is how the operons are arranged, and they are essential for the maintenance of the homeostatic condition in case of the bacteria. How about in case of the eukaryotes? No, in the eukaryotes you don't see the operons, but in case of the eukaryotes, the genes are present, are spread out throughout the genome. You can see that there is a double-stranded DNA. Double-stranded DNA has the histone octamer proteins. Histone octamer proteins form the nucleosome, and the nucleosome undergo compact arrangement to form chromosomes, and these chromosomes are present in the nucleus. So here, in case of the eukaryotes, you don't see the presence of the operons. Operons are present only in the prokaryotes. So generally, the product of transcription in case of the eukaryotes is the monocistronic mRNA. So this is a small introduction to the operons, and I will be talking to you about the different types of operons in my next videos. Thank you.